This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and I am working on an open collab with Susan Hiles and MelodiMade, Document, Dazzle, and Create, and the prompt is fuzzy socks. And you are seeing me pick out items that I'm going to create a page in my December daily. I have some fuzzy Santa Claus socks that I got at the Dollar Tree last year, and this is a perfect time to use them. So I'm deciding on a page to create in my December daily, and I decided to do it on day 13 because, well, that is what today is. I'm choosing a fabric background of fabric that I also purchased last year or the year before at Hobby Lobby, and it's sort of a plaid with dark deer and log cabin print with white snowflakes. And this kind of reminds me of what you might see around a fireplace, especially the deer heads, the antlers. And I'm thinking stockings hanging over a fireplace. Now, my socks are way too large for that, but it gives the general flavor of it. I cut the page to size, and then I flip it around because I'm trimming off the side that will go on the inner margin. You'll see me flip it over again. And I am going to use Yes Paste to put this down. I do decide on a doily, a white doily, and I go, well, that could be the rug in front of the fireplace. So that's where my thinking is going on this. I get out some wax paper because I am going to use Yes Paste, and the wax paper behind the pages just protects it from the other pages from getting all messed up. I do use a palette knife to spread the Yes Paste. You can see I have my little cinnamon bird ornaments out on my desk yet. Just Christmassy. And I'm talking about getting the corners and the sides of the page completely covered with the Yes Paste. Now you don't need a thick coat. I do apply the Yes Paste with a palette knife, and we were discussing that in my stream last night, and somebody mentioned piglet knives. I gotta go look those up and see what they were talking about. Maybe they just saw some palette knives that had little piggies on it or something. I don't know. I've got to find out what that's all about. Anyway, I'm putting the fabric down, making sure that the corners are covered and that the fabric is laying flat on the page. The Yes Paste does have some flexibility to it. It has some give to it that you can work with it. It's just not one and done. Excuse me. And then I decide to put my doily down, and I'm getting out the things that I want to put in the socks, and I'm also talking about how the way this journal is bound, I think I'll be able to expand it because it's going to be quite bulky, and I'm working with my socks how I want to position them on the page, and I'm finding out very quickly that if I try to put two socks on one page, that the toes are going to either hang out, or they're going to, if I fold them up, it'll make the journal quite bulky. And so I'm fiddling with it, playing around, positioning it, auditioning it, and I think, well, if I flip them the other way, maybe it'll work. And nope, the toes still stick out. And I'm going, well, maybe I can live with it. And no, I can't live with the toes sticking out. The toes will get cold, even though they're fuzzy socks. So then I come up with, well, I can put one on each page, and I'll do a 2-page layout. So that is what I decided to do. I didn't really have anything planned for the other page other than a Christmas card. all the pages, well, several of the pages prior to this, I'm going to put Christmas cards on. I've been in a Christmas card swap. So now I know where I want my doily to be, so I'm applying it with Yes Paste. Yes, you can glue 2 layers of fabric down with the Yes Paste. And so I'm just securing it in there. Very happy with it. You do need to let the paste cure, the Yes Paste cure on the page, because you can pull it up and reposition it. So now I'm working with the socks, getting them to where I want to go, and I put the one on the left hand side down first, just gluing it down with the Yes Paste. And I decide that I want the toe of that sock folded up, and you'll see me do that right there. And you can still see the red toe and the red heel, but I folded it up to it makes the sock just a little bit shorter. There we go. And you still see the red toes and the red heels on the socks. Now, fuzzy socks, on these socks, because they're from the dollar store, they're not completely fuzzy, but Santa's beard is fuzzy on these socks. And I've never worn them, so they're brand new, they're clean. And the way I'm doing it now, it does add some bulk to the journal, but the way the journal is bound, I will be able to expand the spine. Now I'm positioning some ephemera that I have from cards that I made in prior years. These are Tim Holtz cards. I got 2 little girls and 2 little boys. And then I'm filling the socks. Yeah, if you're going to have socks hanging on a fireplace, we've got to fill them up with goodies. So I'm using ephemera that was sent to me, and this little box was a sticker label box that I also got in a prior year at the dollar store, and it's just a little Christmas ephemera. And I believe I put an ATC that was sent to me by Nettie well, that's where the joy is on the right hand side. That joy ATC was sent to me by Nettie, and I'm just looking for things that I put in some little, I put in one of those snow globe clusters in the other sock. And then I use my tiny attacher that Laura Vasquez gifted to me. And then I have to reposition I made clusters for each day of the month. I had to reposition day 12 so it would fit the page. So now I'm ready to tape the cards in there. I'm hunting for day 13 cluster. That's what I'm doing there. I'm hunting for day 13 cluster, and it's going to go on page 13 for day 13. I don't journal on this page yet. I will come back and add some journaling. It might just be as simple as fuzzy, F-U-Z-Z-Y, fuzzy socks. And this is an open collab that I am doing with Susan Hiles and MelodiMade. Links to their channels are in the description box below. And I would encourage you to go check them out and check out their description boxes, because they put links to all the channels that are participating in this open collab. There we go. I'm just putting these little photos down with double-sided tape. And there are the little boys and the little girls, yes. And they're Christmas socks. Can't quite put an orange in there. And then I'm moving all my Christmas ephemera out of the way, and I find some little red heart blings. And I go, I've got to put those on this page. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just attaching the bling. And speaking about bling, that is the prompt for next week. This video should have gone out on Sunday, which was yesterday, and I forgot all about it, so I'm going to try to get it out today. Putting the hearts right on the tummy of the little girls on their dresses and on the chest of the little boys. And I decide that Santa needs one, so I put it on the top of the sock over on the left-hand page. So I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out. I think this is exactly what I had envisioned. It's reminiscent of socks hanging on a fireplace. And I'm attaching the cluster for day 13. There it is. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.